You've heard of scaring the hoes, but what about scaring the bros? Whether you consider a bro to be a typical gym-obsessed frat bro or just your good friend, there is plenty of music that can scare the bro. From highly sexual music from female rappers to avant-garde electronic music that can and will warp your brain, here are songs that will scare the bros. So we've already done scaring the hoes as a stream. Music that will scare a potential romantic partner. So how about scaring the bros? So a lot of people took this prompt very differently. Some of the stories that I got are about big masculine men getting scared by particular songs, and some of them are just about people scaring their friends. So we're going to see what kind of music will scare the bros. I've got a bunch of stories from people where they have scared their bros or scared a particular bro. I asked the Discord community tab and we got the paid queue open for any songs that people want to suggest. Played this with a male co-worker and he tried to get into a conversation about how women like this will never be respected and are stupid. I then told him that if he can't handle women being strong/independent, he should go back to his mum. He then ignored me for the entire time I continued to work there, and if I came up to him, he would actively try and get away from me. I feel like he might have been scared of you. This song is What You Know About Me, Glorilla featuring Sexyy Red. I have not partaken in much of this kind of music. I don't know much about Glorilla. I know it's a pretty bad name. So why should this person not be respected? This seems like she's got a decent flow. Her eyes are very far apart. I can't say I particularly like this that much, but in the same way I wouldn't like if a dude was going cock, abs, da-da, da-da, you know what I mean? Sid from Ice Age looking ass. I don't really like the beat. I don't really like the sound of her voice. But we'll analyze this a bit, this song's ability to scare the bros as we get further into it. I do not like, for a lack of a better term, horny rap. Yeah, but like, isn't most like rap from like men horny rap? Pretty much all hip hop has aspects of just like, I want to fuck bitches. There's a plane landing line in between her eyes. Why is Coachella thick? I'm confused. I'm confused here. But this isn't exactly good. But we need to analyze the way in which this scared the bro. He didn't relay his musical problems with this song. He relayed the fact that he was not a fan of, it was a strong independent woman. But is a strong independent woman somebody that yaps about their titties and batty? It's up to the crowd, I suppose. Okay, so one day I saw my bro with headphones on and I said, yo, what are you listening to? He gave me a deadpan stare and said, here, have a listen. After that, I never saw him the same and was 24/7 watching my back. Oh no, no, I know this band as well. We've had this band many a time. This is fucking pent up pup again. This is like Furry music. Just put any wall noise track, literally any of them, and you will scare usual frat bro. Frat bros are evolving, man. They're getting into like Deftones and shit. They're evolving. They want to listen to the music that these thirst-trapping e-girls are fucking playing. Woof, woof. And I'm still barking when you're in me. He's still barking when he's in you. Yeah, this is like fuck. I don't think I'd be able to look at my friend the same. That's not true. I'd have an open and honest conversation about why they like this. Is they like the sound, or is it to do with their preferences? Either way, it's fine. But that's something I feel like I need to know. I've heard that we've had this song like 3 times on stream before. It doesn't sound too bad. The lyricism is a bit crazy. That album cover is a bit crazy. Is it just shock music lyrics? But just, I'm pretty sure, like, the artist who wrote that feels every lyric. You can kind of tell. One time, I was getting a ride to school from a friend and decided to put this song on the aux. This resulted in my friend threatening to drop me off half a mile away from the school. What the f*** is this? What the fuck? I've never heard. What the f*** is this? What does it mean by don't cut this pig? What the f*** is this? Who put this in? I want answers now. What the f*** is this? I don't understand. This is like the worst of like multiple different things. This is the worst of like 2010s club music and the worst of like, I guess, like kind of screamo lyrics. If somebody played this when I was driving, I'll tell them to turn it off. And I've listened to Dixon Dallas in the car. I've listened to songs about gay sex. This isn't even like, it's like he's not that good of a vocalist in terms, he's just going, This seems like a meme, no, but this actually came out in the 2010s, so I don't like, memes did exist, but not in this way. Okay, picture this. Driving in your vehicle. One hand on the gear stick, one hand on the wheel, because I'm fucking swagged out like that. And then your bro is in the passenger seat next to you, and he's like, oh, I'm going to show you something. Completely serious, deadpan serious. This is not a joke. Puts this on, I would genuinely be concerned, and I would tell them to turn it off. And he's also talking about Batty. He is. You can hear it. I can see it. Violently talking about Batty. I don't think I enjoy a discussion of Batty in this violent manner. It needs to be respected. It can't be... you can't use these kind of vocals to discuss Batty. I had this gym bro womanizer flatmate who would only listen to stuff like Drake, and he pissed me off by playing it in the kitchen, so I decided to ruin it for him by constantly saying, this isn't real music. I knew I sounded very, very pretentious, but that was the point. One day he asked, what is real music? So I played Pony Boy by Sophie. The look of horror and confusion on his face was priceless. My other flatmate ran to the kitchen and went, please turn that off. What the f is this? I like this song. This song goes ridiculously hard. But this kind of music is too much for certain people's brains. I don't think that frat bro can picture an apple in his head. And if you can't picture an apple in your head, you can't listen to Sophie. I don't make the rules. I do find it funny that out of like everything this person probably listens to, the one thing she decided to put on was this as real music. And this is obviously real music, but is this real music? What is real music? Yeah, Sophie's production is so inventive, created some of the most like boundary pushing, like kind of genre defining music. It's such a shame her life was cut short. Like imagine what she would have still been able to do into the modern day. Like, oh my god, I can only hope, man. Kind of like an electronic pioneer of the generation, like literally like Aphex Twin levels of shit. But yeah, don't get me wrong, this music is incredibly obtuse. It is hard to listen to, and I'd have to be in a very particular mood. I went through a Sophie vibe a long time ago. This definitely wasn't my favorite. If it's like even a little bit too much for us that are like knowledgeable about music and like harsh music, imagine what this does to the Drake listening, muscled up boy. It will destroy worlds. This is the destroyer of worlds. This song is literally just synths and audio taken from a real video where a guy's live streaming his side. If this doesn't scare the bros and make them really concerned, I don't know what will. Oh god.
Isn't it fucking crazy?
Oh god, this is. Oh god, this is.
The last video I'm gonna make.
No.
I'm shaking like a motherfucker.
Oh, this is up. No. How long is this? No, this is fine. No, I'm actually getting that very uncomfortable right now. Jesus Christ, I don't know where this is from, but like with the context, this is making me uncomfortable. Yeah, no, this would scare anybody. I don't know how much longer I can do this, chat. I can't do it anymore. It's very raw and expressive, yeah, but like, who is the person that it's sampled from? Like, reacting to that kind of moment in that way? That's just horrible, man. I don't know if this counts, but I showed my dad Flash by 2 Hollis, and he said, this is the reason I'm depressed, and that this music is for the psych ward. Flash by 2 Hollis. I don't think 2 Hollis would scare. Actually, to be fair, he is incredibly twink-coded. Alright, we're back in this motherfucker. Man, we're back, man. That was horrible. That was disrespectful, but we're back in this shit. And now we got a jolly little twink industry plant to cheer us up. Why is this like, why did the person's dad think that this is depressed? And this is not depressed music. This is a white boy summer song, man. This is like behind the wheel, sunny, camping gear in the back of the car, nicotine pouch in the gums. That's what this is. Friends in the car. Get to the campsite. Crack open a couple beers. Some Jeff Buckley. A little bit of Father John Misty, maybe a little bit of Alice in Chains, and then we supplement it with 2 Hollis in between. That's beautiful. This might scare the frat. No, I could see some frat boys just straight up like. I reckon frat bros would enjoy a little bit of techno. We got copyrighted on that one. Absolutely fine. I literally played like Sean Kingston for 10 minutes trying to get copyrighted before. God damn, man. I knew he was a bit of a industry plum. I didn't know he'd get to me that quick. Psycho by 7XVN. I played this in a Discord call, was told I wasn't allowed to play music anymore, and was asked if I had something wrong with me. I don't know if it was because this song is bad, or it was because some of them listen to radio or TikTok songs normally. Could be a combination of both. We'll find it out. This can't be that bad, right? I've never heard of this, but this can't be that bad. Oh my god. Yeah, hey. This goes ridiculously hard. Oh my god. Maybe one of the best uses of the sample. I don't know if I can get behind the blowed out bass though. It's a bit too much. This is peak Discordian music. This got you banned from playing music on a Discord. This is peak Discordian music. What are you talking about?
This awful raging.
Oh my god. The bass is so blown out. This is how you go viral, is it? This is, if you want to get into the music industry, you do this. Pink Floyd had this in his mind while making Dark Side of the Moon. This is what sent him over the edge. What was his name? Syd Barrett? This is what sent Syd Barrett over the edge. And it would be too. It would be too. I've witnessed some that don't see the brilliance in Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne, and that's when I knew masculinity was a joke. I consider myself a masculine guy. I could... Let's see if masculinity is a joke. Let's just go with we're really risking it with the copyright here. Avril Lavigne is a force to be reckoned with, I think. Painting nails are very masculine. You don't even know, man. You don't know the techniques, man. It's obvious you don't know the techniques. Is anybody in chat at a moment like this? Any women in chat, if there are any? I might scare the bros with complexes about listening to harsher music. Yeah, this is a bit too much for me, I think. I mean, it's fine. It's just like a classic. If I was drunk, I had a couple drinks down me. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so let's analyze this song's ability to scare the bros. Do you think this song has the ability to scare a particular bro? What kind of bro would it scare? I'm really interested in hearing your opinion. It's a bit too heavy, I think. Yeah, I agree. This is aggressive, really heavy, aggressive music. It's too much. Maybe a guy who loves his GF. Yeah, this is a frightening beast to face. If you were to have a girlfriend. Frightening beast. You don't want this succubus to distract you. I mean, to be honest, I've played some songs from Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart and his magic band in front of the girls and guys, and I've only found one that enjoys it. So that means it doesn't scare them too much. Here we go. One of the best album covers ever. If we get copyrighted on this, I actually am going to jump off my balcony. I prefer this album to OK Computer 1. I agree. You were on acid the first time you heard this album? That must have been mine. It must have just sounded normal, no? It must have just sounded like a normal rock song. I got called the F-slur multiple times by a chick once she learned I saw U2 3 times. Boo. Everybody point and laugh. I don't know if I can get behind that. Then they also did the heinous thing of putting that f***ing album on everybody's phones. Remember that, chat? Bono is getting up close and personal, no? He's touching her. Who is this woman? Now, what is going on? What is Bono up to? He's getting in there, no? Isn't this the thing they do in Magic Mike? Bono is far from a Magic Mike model, I'm afraid. I do appreciate seeing this, though. I'm glad I saw this before I die. And maybe I'll die tomorrow. Who knows? I didn't know Bono got freaky like this. And he's swag walking back. He's not doing the walk of shame, he's doing the walk of pride. Chat, how do you think he picked the woman in the crowd? What traits was he looking out for? Young, cute, white. 16? She got her Wattpad moment. Okay, chat. Calm down. Naked shoulders to touch. $3 from Logan MT. Alright, bros, prepared to get scared. Oh my god, you f***ing bastard. Oh my god, you're such a shit. Like, my entire body just... Okay, you win. You fucking cunt. This is Tired of Sex by Weezer. This is a beautiful song. But this just simply, this is my choice of what would scare the bros. So this is the final song, so this is my choice. This is kind of relatable for me right now. It is such a crazy Weezer album. It sounds so different to anything else they've ever made. I assume this is about like becoming famous and just out like getting too much fucking. Rivers was slaying that East Asian pussy like no other white boy. Bros are so obsessed with sex. The idea of being tired of sex is a terrifying concept, and Weezer perfectly conceptualized that concept into this album, you know? There was a kid in your school that only had Weezer on his Spotify Wrapped. Now that is truly terrifying. Alright, so we had a lot of different kind of songs there. Loads of different genres, loads of different styles of music, loads of different stories. Sometimes it was scaring the typical frat bro. Sometimes it was scaring the typical Drake fan. Sometimes it was scaring everybody, with specifically U2. It's scaring with some really disturbing, horrible music. Some of those songs were scary. Some of those songs weren't that scary. Scaring the bros seems to be a little bit different than scaring the hoes. Or maybe not. Maybe we are just all equal together.